Hey, Yaxers.
Yo, shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to the Most High. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Welcome to another stream. So I wanted to talk about this. I haven't really talked about it in depth, but people have been asking me about the whole drone thing and what my take is on it. Well, today I'm going to show you what it really is. I don't really care about speculation and all this other stuff because that doesn't really matter. We can speculate all we want. What we need to know is the truth. So I'm going to just show you some of what I have uncovered. But first, I'm going to just show you a handful of videos that people have made talking about this thing. And we're going to look at some of the videos of these drones. Then I'm going to tell you what it really is. All right, so you get a little bit of both. So let me pull this up here real quick. And I'm also going to show you some of the companies behind this. Everything about this is just fake, dude. Like, that's why, honestly, I don't be wanting to talk about it because most of the time I'm going just to give you the same answer. All this is a psyop. Okay, all of this is a psychological operation to condition you for their agendas that are coming. It's just that simple. It's a psychological operation. So if you believe any of this is real, then you still got your mind in the matrix. So just understand that the news and all these outlets, they don't start talking about this stuff unless they want you to believe a certain narrative. Trust me, if they didn't want this information to get out, they wouldn't allow it to be on the mainstream media. It wouldn't be going viral on TikTok. They are telling you to report seeing drones. They are gauging your reaction to this. They're paying attention to people that are sharing these videos and they're looking at what the public is saying. It's just a whole psyop. But let me show you this real quick. So I'm going to just show you a few of these videos, and then we'll get later on to what is really behind this, because I'll tell you right now, corporations are behind this, especially corporations that are invested in the beast technology and the beast system. So we're going to look at a few of these videos here. It's the first one. All right. So this is the first video.
Here we go. Here it is. Are you freaking kidding me right now? What is that?
What is this, dude? He's driving home. This thing is freaking huge.
All right, so that's one video. We got a few more here. New footage from last night's drone shoot down or crash in North Jersey, New Jersey, Salaki. Helicopter circling around the crash and fire. What is going on? It's just
a lot of smoke.
It's just giving psyop to me. That's what I'm getting from it.
A lot of smoke and fire. We're on the highway, and out in the distance, we see all these lights going off. And there's some smoke over here. Oh, right. Yes, YouTube magic right there. The field's on fire. There was like a craft that crashed out of the sky. It was crazy. I don't know what's going on. Hello.
Okay, so you got a fire, and, you know, again, they're telling people to report these things. But, again, all I see, I'm just getting psyop. That's all I'm getting. This is all just super psyop-y. It's just straight up oppy vibes. That's what I'm going to call it. Here go another video. Look how big this one is. Now, what's interesting about this is a lot of these drones range in different sizes, which I find also to be very interesting. Now, I find it interesting about this because I remember years ago when it came to talking about aliens and all this other stuff, which, you know, I don't believe in aliens or nothing. I believe they're fallen. But when all this was being talked about years ago, the presidents and the mainstream media refused to address that these things were actually real. Now, all of a sudden, they're doing more hinting at it being real. That's because we're closer to the agenda. So this is another video. Now, people are saying that they are seeing armed drones spraying chemicals, doing all type of stuff. Let me show y'all this next thing. Check this out. Somebody caught this drone today doing this. All right. I think your government is using weaponized drones, okay, to basically they mentioned something about these drones shutting down the power grid or having to shut down the power grid because of these drones. Well, this could be the reason why. Look at that. Looks like weaponization to me. It looks like your government plotting to kill you. Let me show you this next thing. Because once I get into who's behind all this, it'll make more sense. I'm gonna this is another video of a drone. This TikToker is documenting the drone situation in New Jersey. I thought you would like his account on TikTok. Here's his account. Okay, I don't know. Let's keep going.
You know, I'm starting to think those things that I was filming that I thought were planes are actually not planes at all.
Oh man, you had to play the music. That was not necessary. Now, another thing I find interesting is if you look at this right here, everybody that is posting these images on TikTok, it says, now we have folks out here sharing drone footage over New Jersey from TikTok. And when you go and check it out on that app, the OP even states that the video was created digitally. So that sounds to me like they're trying to control a narrative. Now, the thing is, I don't believe, not even for a second, that this is regular people flying these drones. No, these are military drones. Okay, they are military drones. They're not what you think of when you think of like those little small little ones you can buy off Amazon and Walmart and all that. No, these are military drones. This is your own government doing this. And, you know, if something were to go down, it'd be easy for them to blame it on Russia, blame it on Iran. You know, it's basically a psyop for something bigger. But like I said, when we look at who's behind this technology, it'll make more sense. It will make more sense. All right, let me pull up some more stuff. But that just seems to me like they're just trying to get ahead of the narrative here. Now, this one is pretty different than, because I mean, you're seeing these different drones, and like some of them are blinking, some of them are moving, Some of them are spraying chemicals. It's a lot of different things going on. And I think, again, they're just doing it it's a huge psyop. But let's look at this. This is another video of these blinking lights. No sound, by the way. Now they're telling you can't fly your own drones. I just saw like what people are seeing, the drones the size of a car. That's not what regular citizens can get access to. That's military technology. I'm just saying. All right, so here's another video somebody got, and we're just going through these videos because, like I said, I'll show you definitively what it is. Here goes another one. Okay. So I'm not going to take you through all these videos that I have on here, but that's what people are reporting as seeing. This one is a little different, though. Let me show y'all this one. Check this one out. Now, these are over in Maryland. Flashing lights. So I see that the people are, making connections with like UFOs and stuff like that, but that's what they want you to think, though. Now, let me show you this real quick. This is a short film that was on YouTube. I think it's still on YouTube, but we're going to be looking at it from a different platform. But when I get to who's behind all of this and who's invested in this technology, it'll make more sense. So let me pull up this next thing here. So this is a movie. Now, it's not a real thing or nothing. It's a movie that was released on YouTube like quite some time ago. And it's called Slaughterbots. And I think that when we get to who's behind this, it's going to make sense what the agenda is. Here we go.
Customer pilots directed almost 3,000 precision strikes last year. We're super proud of it. It allows you to separate the bad guys from the good. It's a big deal. But we have something much bigger. Your kids probably have one of these, right? Not quite. Hell of a pilot? No. That skill is all AI. It's flying itself. Its processor can react 100 times faster than a human. The stochastic motion is an anti-sniper feature. Just like any mobile device these days, it has cameras and sensors, and just like your phones and social media apps, it does facial recognition. Inside here is 3 grams of shaped explosive. This is how it works. Did you see that? That little bang is enough to penetrate the skull and destroy the contents. They used to say guns don't kill people. People do. Well, people don't. They get emotional, disobey orders, aim high. Let's watch the weapons make the decisions. Now, trust me, these were all bad guys. Now, that is an airstrike of surgical precision. It's one of a range of products. Trained as a team, they can penetrate buildings, cars, trains, evade people.
Okay, so these are weaponized drones, okay? Now, why under the dome did they show us this? Predictive programming, all right? They want you to get comfortable because this is the whole surveillance state. And like I said, when I start showing you who's connected to all of this and who Trump is connected to and these people on the Republican right that are affiliated with Donald Trump, it's going to make more sense. They are preparing you for the surveillance state. It's just that simple. That's basically what this is. And yes, there will come a time where this is going to happen to you. I mean, they're going to send little drones out there and you'll never see it coming. And I got somebody I want to show you famous who said that, and you can see how this is just setting the stage.
Bullets, pretty much any countermeasure. They cannot be stopped. Now, I said this was big. Why? Because we are thinking big. Watch. A $25 million order now buys this. Enough to kill half a city. The bad half.
Now, that's crazy because they get to choose what's good and what's bad. You know, you allow criminals to be able to choose what's good and what's bad. That's scary, bro. Now, let me show y'all this. This is a scene from the movie where they go into this classroom and people start ducking because they realize that these things are coming to unalive them. Take a look.
Can you hear me? Oliver, can you hear me? Listen to me.
Can you hear me?
Authorities are still.
Okay. All right. So you see how the surveillance state is about to be? Now, let me show you this. This is why I say, man, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter who you vote for because all of these freaking presidents, bloodlines, serpent bloodlines, they all working together. Let me take you guys back when Obama was president. Pay attention to what he said.
I have two words for you: predator drones. You will never see it coming. You think I'm joking?
Predator drones. You will never see it coming. And then people started laughing. He said, "You think I'm joking?" He was serious. He wasn't kidding. He's a globalist. He's one of them. All right. So, I mean, you know, I'm looking back when he said that. Like, I remember when I first saw that, you know, back then, I never understood what the hell he was talking about. And I'm just like, that's a cruel way to make a joke. But then I realized that he's just as maniacal as Donald Trump and everybody else that these people are in circles with. So I think that they are definitely preparing us for seeing these drones more often, but also they're gauging their reaction to how people are looking at this. Now, who is behind this? Well, I'm going to show you. So I find this to be very, very interesting. I was looking at this post, and it had Donald Trump and J.D. Vance. And I noticed this company that was being advertised at this game. Let me show y'all this. Take a look. This is Donald Trump, Elon Musk, and J.D. Vance. Now, notice this right here, Palantir, okay? I'm going to pull that up in a second because you see goofy, slick back Donald Duck Trump right here. Then you see J.D. ants in his pants. And then you see Elon Musk, okay? Yeah, I got a nickname for all these heathens. So right here you see Palantir. Now I'm going to talk a little bit more about Palantir because this is being advertised openly at this World Game thing. And I don't know, I think this was like literally a few days ago or something. I don't know. I don't watch it, but I just know that this popped up and this company right here. And I'm going to show you what this is connected to in just a second. All right. Now, let me go ahead. Now that I've shown that to you, let me show you this short video that talks about Palantir. Palantir was a technology company that was involved in tracking to see who was complying with the whole C to the V to the D of the pandemic and who wasn't. So they were talking about how they had sent out massive text messages. And they were gathering information from people to see if they were complying with the COVID stuff. So, I mean, basically surveillance technology. So let me show y'all this first video here. All right. Let me, okay. All right, check this out. This is the first video I'm gonna show you.
President Trump spoke very highly of Bitcoin.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna fast forward a little bit because I want to get to the Palantir thing. Okay, I was right about here. Where is it? Okay, right here, Palantir. I want you to listen to what he says about this company, okay?
He is the front man for Palantir, which was funded by the CIA. Palantir is a technology that is now being used in predicting who will commit a crime. It has access to everyone's private devices and is used by both military and police.
Next, our commander wants...
Okay, Palantir is able to do pre-crime type stuff. Y'all ever seen Minority Report, where they try to charge you for a crime that you didn't do, but they think or they surmise that you were going to do based upon your patterns? This is a whole psyop, y'all. And I would venture to say that these drones that people are seeing are monitoring people. Y'all gotta understand that these drones have thermal technology attached to them, meaning that let's just say you're outside and it's dark outside and you don't think that these planes can see you, but they can literally pick up on your body heat. They have thermal trackers on them. So I feel like these drones that people are seeing are either one, surveillance drones, or two, they are weapons, or they could be a combination of both. And I also believe that they are basically testing out this technology for when there is another pandemic, because this company, Palantir, was connected to monitoring to make sure people were complying with the COVID guidelines. So it's bigger than y'all think. It's much bigger. And I notice most people talking about this are talking about goofy things like aliens. And I'm not saying like this doesn't tie to Project Blue Beam and it's not a form of conditioning, because let me show y'all this. Let me show y'all this real quick. So Lil Uzi Vert had an album just come out. And I don't think the timing, y'all know me, bro. I don't believe in coincidences at all. I do not believe in coincidences. So Lil Uzi Vert, or Little Lucifer is what I should call him. He just came out with the album called Eternal Atake 2024. All right. It came out this year. All right. Now look at the album cover. It's a dang alien spaceship abduction thing going on. Now y'all know how satanic this dude is, how weird he is. He's just a weirdo, bro. I mean, come on, bro. This is gay. This is a humiliation ritual right here, clearly. All right. But look at the album cover. You can see like these alien women with like these pink eyes or whatever. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because on his album rollout, he had this, I'm not going to even tell you, I'm going to show you. Let me show you these videos that he released. Like his album, I believe, came out like a few months ago. Let me see it. Let me check. I want to make sure I get my information right. So it was released on November 1st of this year. So literally last month. Okay. Now a month later, they got y'all talking about aliens, drones, UFOs. They were planting that seeds even with this album rollout. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Let me show you the videos here. I just think the timing is so interesting. I really, really do. Let's see here. All right, let me pull up this video and show y'all what I'm talking about so I can connect the dots. All right. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show you guys these two videos from him. Okay. Now, this is not real. It's obviously like technology, but they're clearly testing this out. So look at this. This is from Uzi's album rollout. Check this out.
What the fuck? What is that?
Now, I can't really zoom in too well, but if you zoom in, you can literally see little Uzi Vert coming out of this thing and being beamed, you know, directly to this building over here. It's kind of hard to see. I don't think I can zoom in, but yeah. So you got UFO propaganda a month before this stuff starts happening. Come on, y'all. This is a psyop. They are planting seeds in your mind because they are about to do Project Bluebeam. And this right here, this definitely could be that technology, but look how real it looks. And the technology is 50, 60, 70 years ahead than they allow you to believe. All right, so that's the first video, and I'm going to show you the next one. This is the next one right here.
Oh! Crazy, right? What, dude?
Okay, so y'all can see the programming. You can see how they've been planting these seeds in people's minds. You feel what I'm saying? They want you to think that, you know, these UFOs are a good thing, and they're basically conditioning you for the Project Bluebeam deception. And as Ezra said in the chat, shout out to you, Op, a lot of our people believe these are so-called chariots. And if you do believe they are chariots, you are extremely deceived. You don't know anything. If you believe that they are chariots, something is seriously wrong with you. Okay? Because chariots are horse-drawn. When you read in the scriptures about how there were chariots chasing after us in Egypt, when our people left Egypt, and then you know the Pharaoh was chasing after them on chariots, those chariots were being pulled by horses. They were not UFOs. And then even if you go to Ezekiel and you say it's talking about UFOs, those are called Ophanim, and Ophanim are angels. They're a type of angels. It says that it was a wheel covered with eyes. That's not a chariot. I mean, that's not what you would call a dang UFO. I don't know where people are getting that from. But a lot of people believe that these UFOs, so to speak, are sent by the Most High. Let me show y'all. This is the goofiness of these camps. All I got to do is type Yahawashai, that fake name. And then you'll see UFOs everywhere. And then they'd be all like, oh, these are sent by Yahweh. Barak Hashem Yahawashai. Look at this. Now, we already know these camps are Masonic. Look at that. You see? Negroes really believe this. Isaiah 66, verse 1. You see images. Now, Yahuwah said not to make no graven images of him. So I don't understand why they think this is okay. I mean, you could even see right here, it got the Yod Ha-Uaha on here as if these are sent by the Most High. So a lot of our people are brainwashed. That's the truth of the matter. Now, let's go and let's look at the word in Nabari, because I can tell you this is not what the scriptures are describing in Ezekiel and these other places where they think it's chariots. That goes to show you how brainwashed our people are. Now, let me prove to you what you think of as Ophanim, because we're not going off no English here. We are looking at the scriptures and we are pulling up what it says in the ancient tongue, not the English. That's, like I said, if you continue to use English, you're just not going to see it for what it is. So I'm going to prove to you what you read in Ezekiel about the Ophanim are actually angels. I did a whole teaching on this about biblically accurate angels. If you haven't seen it, I suggest you go watch it, because we already disproved this, but I'll show you just right now in case you're wondering. So let me show you this scripture real quick so I can prove it. And we can just throw that lie in the trash right now. So look, Ezekiel chapter 1. Let me show y'all. This is from my blog, and this is not in the Septuagint, but It's okay. We can look at the Septuagint if we have to. Ezekiel chapter 1, verses 14 to 21. And the living creatures ran and returned as the appearance of a flash of lightning. Now as I beheld the living creatures, behold, one, a fawn, all right, so that's singular, upon the earth by the living creatures with his 4 faces. The appearance of the Ophanim, and their work was like unto the color of beryl, and they 4 had one likeness. And their appearance and their work was as it were an Ophan, in the middle of an Ophan. Now the word Ophan means will, okay? But if you put Ophanim, it means that it's multiple wills, okay? And this Ophanim is described as basically a deity like this, okay? A will inside of a will covered in eyes. This is not a UFO. And I'm not saying this eye in the middle of it is correct, but as far as it being like a will inside of a will with eyes all over it, that is biblically accurate. But this is not a spaceship. I don't know where people are getting that from, but let's keep reading. When they went up on 4 sides, and they returned not when they went. As for their rings, they were so high about them that they were dreadful, and their rings were full of eyes round about them 4. That's not what you see a UFO. Show me a UFO covered in eyes, a so-called UFO. And when the living creature went, the Ophanim went by them, and when the living creatures were lifted up from the earth, the Ophanim were lifted up. Whatsoever the Ruach was to go, they went, and thither was their Ruach to go. And the Ophanim were lifted up against them, and the Ruach of the living creature was in the Ophanim. When those went, they went, and when they stood, and when those lifted up from the earth, the Ophanim were lifted over against them, for the Ruach of the living creature was in the Ophanim. Okay? Now, let's prove that this is not talking about no dang spaceship. So we're going to go to Enoch. Let me scroll down. Look, Ophanim are not UFOs. They are angelic beings. Kanuk, Enoch 61, verse 10. And he will call all the host of heaven and all the Kadash ones above, and the host of Yahuwah, the Karubim, or the cherubim, the seraphim, or the sharaphim, and the Ophanim. And what? And all the angels of power, and all the angels of the principalities, and namely the chosen one, Yahusha, and the other host that is up on the dry ground and over the water and on that day. Okay? An Ophanim is an angel. It is not a spaceship. That's easy to disprove. It's so easy to disprove. I just don't know how our people could be so gullible, bro. But I mean, if you follow Campianity, then obviously you're not operating in the spirit of truth if you can't even see through the camps. So I just feel like they're programming us to believe that these spaceships are sent by the Most High. Now we're going to continue on, but I just wanted to disprove that because I'm literally seeing Israelites saying this is a sign from who they call Yahweh. A day with the Mots. Hey, brother, what's up? Yo, what's up, Ak? I actually forgot to post the link on Patreon that I'm on here right now live. So just give me a second, y'all. I'm going to just post it on the Patreon real quick. All right. All praises to the Most High. Please hit the like button. I know many people that are not in the truth, but our group, I don't think so. Right. And it's sad. It's like how people, I hear our people talk about being chosen all the time, bro. But yet it's like the deceptions y'all believe and fall for. It makes me wonder. I'm just saying, it makes me wonder. Okay, so let's go back to the this video, but I just showed you the Uzi Vert thing, the little Uzi Vert thing. So they're definitely normalizing aliens because I do believe that that's part of this agenda. But I do also believe that this is a psyop for military technology and surveillance system. So let's finish watching this.
To disrupt enemy communications. This will allow ground forces to more safely maneuver and help ensure that enemy equipment stays in position. AIP automatically identifies and pairs all of the validated enemy communication nodes with a disruption capability. Assign jammers to each of the validated high-priority communications targets. An electronic warfare specialist initiates the jamming operation. Initiate jamming operation. AIP confirms the jamming order has been initiated. With enemy communication disrupted, our ground forces are cleared to move into position and destroy the enemy equipment.
It has also been revealed recently that data harvested from the game Pokemon has been used to train artificial intelligence to achieve spatial intelligence.
You can sneak around them, or you can get...
Do y'all remember the whole Pokemon Go psyop? I remember, bro, that Pokemon Go psyop, that was wild. I like seeing people walking around, you know what I'm saying, trying to catch an imaginary Pikachu. And don't get me wrong, when I was a kid, I used to watch Pokemon. You know what I'm saying? But I just, as a grown man, it's just the things that I, you know, the Bible says that when you become older, you put away childish things. You know what I'm saying? So obviously I did. I wasn't into that whole thing. But I just remember the whole psyop with that. And I'm like, this is definitely some data harvesting psyop. You know what I mean? And now this information is coming out that the Pokemon Go thing was just technology tracking. You know what I mean? And it was a fad. Everybody started doing it. Everybody started to play around with it, obsess over it. And, you know, I've always been that dude that's just like, you know, why are we playing their game? Like, how about we just say no? You know what I'm saying? And not do what they want us to do or what they're steering us towards. So let's see what they're saying about this Pokemon Go thing.
Get them really close. Getting closer makes it a bit easier to get those great or excellent throws with your Pokeball, but if you move too fast, the Pokemon are going to get scared and they're going to bolt off. If you can get close enough without spooking them, Expert Handler mode kicks in, giving you a small catch rate bonus along with some extra XP and Stardust at the end.
So that robots can better navigate in the real world. Robot security dogs, such as the ones now being used at Mar-a-Lago by the Secret Service. Robots that are capable of firing rifles. The world sits on the edge of the AI world cashless society.
Look at that. AI won't miss. That's crazy. So I'm just saying, while you're out filming these things, you don't know if they done got a location tracker on you. You don't know if they literally gonna fire off some missiles at you. I'm just saying, stop posting these videos. Stop doing what they tell you to do. Okay, stop playing this game that they're playing where they're telling you to upload videos of what you're seeing. Don't play the game. It's a psyop, y'all. They want y'all posting these videos. They want y'all sharing what you're seeing, and they're using geo mapping and geolocation to hone in on where it's mostly being reported, where, you know, they can detect certain demographics because they know certain areas. Just don't play the game, all right?
And there are no leaders putting on the brakes. Reporting for InfoWars, this is Greg Reese.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yummy said a lady got hit by a car playing that game. I did think I hear about that, but I also heard about somebody that they actually walked off a cliff playing with that damn thing. Like, it's just wild. Okay. So let's keep going because I got more I want to show you guys. Now, we know technology is part of their game, right? We understand that this system that they're building is very, very much technology heavy. So I'm going to just take you through a few things, a few resources, just to remind you of these things that are connected to this system, okay? It's all about surveillance. It's all about getting technology in your body. And basically, the eventual goal is integration. Technological integration, human and technological integration. That is the ultimate goal. That's where you get your mark of the beast and all this other stuff. So let me show you this first video from Noah Harari, this Ashkenazi Edomite. Let me show you this real quick, just so you can understand the end goal is this tech.
And COVID is critical because this is what convinces people to accept, to legitimize total biometric surveillance. If we want to stop this epidemic, we need not just to monitor people, we need to monitor what's happening under their skin. What we have seen so far, it's corporations and governments collecting data about where we go, who we meet, what movies we watch. The next phase is the surveillance going under our skin. We now see mass surveillance systems established even in democratic countries, which previously rejected them. And we also see a change in the nature of surveillance. Previously, surveillance was mainly above the skin. Now it's going under the skin. Governments want to know not just where we go or who we meet. Above all, they want to know what is happening under our skin. What's our body temperature? What's our blood pressure? What is our medical condition? Now humans are developing even bigger powers than ever before. We are really acquiring divine powers of creation and destruction. We are really upgrading humans into gods. We are acquiring.
Whoa! He said the quiet part out loud. Did y'all hear that? This is what it's all about. It's all about biometrics, biotechnology, transhumanism, and integration into this digital beast system. They believe that, well, they're going to push the idea that if you blend with technology, the technology of the fallen, then you can be superior to regular human beings who don't do it. They're going to tell you can live longer. They're going to sell you benefits to basically putting this technology in your body. This is the ultimate goal.
For instance, the power to re-engineer life. Humans are now hackable animals. You know, the whole idea that humans have, you know, they have this soul or spirit and they have free will and nobody knows what's happening inside me. So whatever I choose, whether in the election or whether in the supermarket, this is my free will, that's over.
Well, he said free will is over. Oh my. See, he's one of those type of globalists that is unapologetic about their agenda.
Humans are now hackable animals.
All right, hold on. Let me see. All right, we're going to watch more stuff because I don't want to focus too much on him. But he makes it clear what their agenda is. Now, I showed this in the last, the video we did last Shabbat, but I just want to remind you of what this is leading up to.
Authentication is irritating. This is a developmental system made by MC10, and it has an antenna and some sensors embedded in it. And what we plan to do is work with them to advance a tattoo that could be used for authentication. It may be true that 10 to 20-year-olds don't want to wear a watch on their wrist, but you can be sure that they'll be far more interested in wearing an electronic tattoo, if only to piss off their parents. I take a vitamin every morning. What if I could take vitamin authentication?
What?
This pill has a small chip inside of it with a switch, and it creates an 18-bit ECG-like signal in your body, and essentially your entire body becomes your authentication token.
Whoa. Mark of the beast, man. That's where we are. And don't get it twisted. This technology has been around for a long time. But we're now just in a place where they're being a little bit more open about it. All right, we're going to keep going because I don't want to spend too much time on this, but that's ultimately the end goal, is to get that in your body. Now, as far as these drones, as I said before, we're going to look a little bit more at the people that are involved with this. So this is the first person I want to show you, which is the guy that owns Palantir, which is what we saw at the Trump thing where he was at the game or whatever. Palantir Technology. So let's look at the guy behind it, and I'll give you a little bit more understanding about where we're at with this. So I just find it interesting that you have somebody like Elon Musk that is involved with Trump, and then you have this other technology company which specializes in COVID monitoring and obviously being able to process private information, private data, a database collector. So this is Peter Thiel, and this is the guy that runs this company. And you can see right here, it says he was actually connected. He was the co-founder of PayPal, Peter Thiel, this Edomite right here. So it says, Peter Andreas Thiel is an American entrepreneur, venture capitalist, and political activist, and a co-founder of PayPal and Palantir Technologies. Okay, so he's connected to PayPal and Palantir Technologies. So if he's the co-founder of PayPal, I wonder if he's connected to this digital ID, digital system that they're attempting to build, where you won't be able to buy or sell without being tapped into this system. I mean, even PayPal, honestly, has become such a bother, because it's like, even just to get people sometimes want to support me on PayPal, it's like I got to verify this and I got to verify that, and I don't be wanting to verify anything. Gotta, put my phone number in and get a one-time passcode to check every time I log in. It's very, very, very intrusive. Very, very intrusive. And I'm the type of person, I don't really like giving out information to these platforms and these apps. I mean, I know they're already watching us and stuff like that, but why would I if they already watching me, why would I willingly give out my information? Why would I give it my fingerprint or my thumbprint or anything like that? Allow it to scan my face. The more that you use your phone, the more that you take selfies, the more that you upload pictures of your children, the more information you are giving this system that's built upon facial recognition technology. You are feeding the beast. And let's just say you an influencer, you know what I'm saying? Somebody that's on the social media all the time, showing your face all the time. They have enough data on you where if they wanted to use a deep fake or anything to fake something, they could do that with your face. And I've talked about that before. So let's look at this Palantir thing. So it says Palantir Technologies. Let me pull it up. Palantir Technologies is an American publicly traded company that specializes in software platforms for big data analytics. Headquartered in Denver, Colorado, it was founded by Peter Thiel, who I just showed you, Stephen Cohen, Joe Lonsdale, and Alex Karp. So this guy right here is Ashkenazi. Okay, and we're going to get to him a little bit later on too, because he's also connected to the World Economic Forum. Okay, so that should be another red flag. All right, a billionaire business CEO, and he is also Amalek. In 2003, the company's name is derived from what? The Lord of the Rings, where the magical Palantir were seeing stones described as indestructible balls of crystal used for communication and to see events in other parts of the world. So seeing stones. Now, his technology is heavily invested in monitoring data from these platforms. Like I said, just like his technologies were being used to make sure people were going along with the COVID foolishness. Okay? And yet the idea of Palantir comes from the movie The Lord of the Rings, where it's able to foresee future events and foresee things, just like it was able to kind of see who was going along with the agenda and who wasn't. I find that very interesting. Now, I've never watched Lord of the Rings, but I just decided to type in this word, Palantir, and let me show you what I found. Let me pull that up. So typing that in, this is what I found. I mean, they basically look like crystal balls, bro. Look. Why would you name a company after something like this? This is another thing right here. Kind of looks like a crystal ball in a way. The occult. Look at that. It's like some sorcery, warlock type stuff. Yep. Let's just read a little bit about this. It says the Palantir, also known as the seven seeing stones or the seven stones, number for those in Middle Earth, were spherical, glass-like, or translucent stone objects used for communication and intelligence gathering. Intelligence gathering. Data harvesting. Okay? You see? Let's keep going. There were 8 distinguished ones in total, with 7 in Middle Earth. And this is another one of them right here. Wow. Okay. All right. I don't think we really need to read too much into that, but I mean, it's so much like occultism and stuff like that tied to all of this. And I just find it so interesting. But we're gonna keep going because there's more I want to show you about this Peter Thiel guy. So we're gonna move on. Let me pull this next thing up here. So he was on. So this Thiel guy, Peter Thiel, he was recently on Morgan. What's this guy's name? Piers Morgan. He was on Piers Morgan recently, and y'all know this whole situation with Luigi and all of that. Piers Morgan asked him about Luigi, and he just started stuttering. He looked like he's sweating. Like, what's really going on? What's really going on? I just found this to be strange. So this is him right here. This is Peter Thiel. This is the founder of the company that I just showed you, the Palantir, and he was also the co-founder of PayPal. Now, take a listen when Piers Morgan asked him about that Luigi guy.
And to those who think this shooter is a hero because he did it because he said this healthcare executive was presiding over a healthcare system which kills thousands of Americans by denying them cover, what would you say to them? It's I don't know what to say.
Come on, man, spit it out. Spill the beans. Oh my God.
I don't know what to say. I think I still think you should try to make an argument, and I think this is you should, you know, there may be things wrong with our healthcare system, but you have to make an argument, and you have to try to find a way to convince people and change.
Little baby boo boo goo goo woo 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 woo. Boo woo 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 woo. Hold on, I got to do the young version of me. This is 18-year-old me. Check this out. Ooga booga.
It sound like that, or he goes like, oh, or he goes like that. He goes like, ooga ooga booga.
That's what it looked like to me. My question is, who are you scared of upsetting by choosing to say whether you think this guy's a hero or not? Just kind of strange. Just a stutter. That's what it looked like to me. I mean, why is he bro? Even the shape of his head. You know what I'm saying? Like the circumference of this man's head, y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's just off. You know what I'm saying? There's got to be the Edomite trait or something. It's like even the circumference of his head. It's like there is incongruencies in the circumferences of this man's head. You know, he gives me Elon. Like when I look at people like Elon, Mark Zuckerberg, and him, I'm like, bro, are these like robots or something? It just looks, something just looks off with the way this man look. I mean, yeah, he's like, look at his haircut. I'm like, bro, you can tell something wrong with him. Look at his haircut. I mean, no normal person can think that this is how you do it. You know, this is not how you do it. But anyway, let's finish watching.
By that, and this is not going to work. And, I don't know. Yeah. It's yeah. I mean, there are all sorts of things one could say about it, but I don't think, and I think, you know, I think the motives feel, I don't want to go into all the particulars here, but I don't think there's anything heroic about him.
And dang, bro, it took him all that time just to say that you don't think there's nothing heroic about him. Bro was having a malfunction for real. He was having some serious glitch. It was some serious glitch in the matrix or something. Ezra says, I can tell you lying because when you're replying, stutter. Right. Now, this man is supposed to be some kind of, you know, individual that's connected to very advanced technology. And that's the thing. It's like these so-called geniuses that they try to, you know, plant in our minds are geniuses. You listen to Elon, he's like, well, yeah, like, bro, I expect a genius to be able to explain themselves very well. I know some young, I got a nephew. He's very, very like brainy. You know what I'm saying? He's like a little Poindexter. You know what I'm saying? Wears glasses. He wear the dang, you know what I'm saying? The what do you call them? The pant leg and sock ratio is off. I forget what you call them. High waters. He wear the high water pants. He's really dorky, but he's very, very smart. Very, very smart. You know what I mean? And if you ask him to explain his research, he will break it down for you. He's very, very dorky. Like, he's like Dexter's Lab. If you think about Dexter's Laboratory, he's like that Negro Yahudi version of that. But the boy is extremely smart, and he's very good at explaining the stuff. I mean, this man asked you a simple question, and it took you a 7-minute video to answer it. That's wild. They always lying. Josephine says, fam, I have to go. Work day tomorrow. Got to go to bed. All right, Shalom. Shalom says, thank you for joining us. All praises to the Most High. So that video right there is just concerning. And it came out literally a few days ago with this whole situation with these drones and stuff like that. Now, let me show you this next thing, because I talked about the tracking that they were doing during the C to the V to the D. All right. So this is what his company was connected to. So let me show y'all this. It says CDC tracked millions of phones to see if Americans followed the C to the V to the D lockdown orders. Okay. And this is what his technology was, a part of. The cat, dog, cat, the C to the D to the C, bought access to a location data harvested from tens of millions of phones in the United States to perform analysis of compliance with curfews, track patterns of people visiting K-12 schools, and specifically monitor the effectiveness of policy in the Navajo Nation. According to the C to the D to the C documents obtained by Motherboard, the documents also show that although the cat, dog, cat used the C to the V to the D 19 as a reason to buy access to the data more quickly, it intended to use it more for general C to the D to the C purposes. Location data is information on devices' location sourced from the phone, which can then show where a person lives, works, and where they went. The sort of data the cat, dog, cat bought was aggregated, meaning it was designed to follow trends that emerged from the movements of groups of people, but researchers have repeatedly raised concerns with how location data can be de-anonymized and used to track specific people. And what do you mean? Well, you're probably wondering what de-anonymized means. It means to completely strip someone of their anonymity, okay? And for that person to be revealed, the identity of that person. And this is why there's such a push toward digital ID. This is why there's such a push towards authentication, because once they create that system, it doesn't matter what you posted 2 hours ago, 2 months ago, 2 years ago, 2 decades ago. It can be used against you. And once you get locked out of the system because you say something they don't like, your money, your income, universal basic income will be tied to your digital ID. All these things are going to be tied to this system. So if you think, I know some people don't really like to use their images and stuff, or, they don't like to use their real name on social media, which I understand. I do understand that. But there's coming a time where they're going to eliminate that. If you want to use Facebook, you want to use these other platforms, they're going to require you to upload your ID. Don't do it. You hear what I said? Don't do it. Let me show y'all this real quick. So I talked about the company he's involved with, Palantir. All right. Now let me show you this next thing here. This is a lady that was talking about what was going on with this company during the pandemic. Let me show y'all this.
Do you know who Palantir is?
I do.
Some people have referred to them as Stanford Analytica. Do you agree?
Senator, I have not heard that.
Okay. Do you think Palantir taught Cambridge Analytica, as press reports are saying, how to do these tactics?
Senator, I don't know.
Do you think that Palantir has ever scraped data from Facebook?
Senator, I'm not aware of that.
Man, this dude is such a drone. It's like he don't even think for himself. It's just like he's told what to say. You know what I'm saying? And he's just a front man. I mean, if you honestly think that you know, he actually controls Facebook and he's like the person behind it, no, he's just the front man. He's just the stand-in. Okay, but he is not the one who actually funded and brought up Facebook. Now I'm going to show you a video of this guy on TikTok. He broke down the whole Peter Thiel video we just watched and gave a little bit more information. Let's watch this.
So you guys remember Peter Thiel? He's the guy who bankrolled J.D. Vance into existence. He's also a billionaire CEO. He was just on Piers Morgan being asked if Luigi was a hero, and this was his response.
It's I don't know what to say.
And I cherry picked the best, most coherent thing I could find. This went on for like several minutes of my first reaction was don't bully this guy. He obviously has a stutter or speech impediment or something. I haven't listened to him speak before, so I looked it up. And here's what I found.
I thought, I should go to the bookstore and just
look at that, no stuttering.
Find people to illustrate the sort of parochiality and tendentiousness of this
parochiality and tendentiousness. Go look that up. Go say that three times fast. Look how well versed he is. So no, this is not a bullying thing. This is not me making fun of a man with a speech impediment. It's because he got put on blast with that question and he didn't want to irritate certain people, especially certain folks that he's going to be pandering to that look at this man as a hero that did what he did. Very interesting, by the way. Let's keep going.
New curriculum.
The parochiality and tendentiousness of this new curriculum, I had to look both of those words up to figure out what they meant. So when he's asked about his thoughts in a right-wing indoctrination environment, he can come up with parochiality and tendentiousness. But when he's asked as a billionaire CEO if people who shoot CEOs are heroes, the best he can come up with is
there may be things wrong with our healthcare system, but you have to make an argument and you have to try to find a way to convince people.
Got it. Also, I want to point out sweating profusely while stuttering to defend your right to exist is not a great look.
Yeah, facts. So I just think it's very strange. And what's more strange to me also is a lot of this stuff, that interview came out literally like a few days after this first drone story came out. Look at this. It says, Hereticon from Peter Thiel's founder fund is a conference for people banned. Hereticon, yes, it's actually called that, promises to include many of our culture's most important troublemakers. Let's keep going. It says Peter Thiel hosts drag shows and promotes polyamory. Thiel helped governments track people during Corona and backed DeSantis over. Okay, so I guess this person is a Trump supporter. Okay. Peter Thiel's creepy tech is helping the government track the C to the V to the D. Palantir, co-founded by the billionaire Trump supporters, reportedly playing a key role collecting data as the president seeks to reopen the country. Wow. I don't even know what to say, bro. Clearly, you got a bunch of globalists being put in place. That's all I'm saying. It's just as simple as that. All right, let me go and pull up this next thing here. Now, another thing is, this man is also on he's supposed to be supposedly on the Epstein client list. So maybe they're trying to distract us from that. If he was on that client list, he was probably partying with Diddy too. No Diddy.
Of documents today exposing the extent of Jeffrey Epstein's close connections with celebrities and elites. The Daily Mail got a hold of never-before-seen emails detailing the disgraced financier's private calendars and communication that included past presidents, prime ministers, and billionaires like.
It says Chris Rock, Peter Thiel, Richard Branson, and many high-profile billionaires. They're all connected, y'all.
Bill Gates, Peter Thiel, Facebook's early investor Sean Parker, and other prominent names.
The Daily Mail obtained the files and broke down who and how the people were involved. I'm looking at this article. This is Irina Shayk, Chris Rock, Richard Branson, Peter Thiel, as mentioned, Jeff Koons, Mariah Carey's ex, Jamie Dimon, the chief executive of JP Morgan. So a lot more with the Prince Andrew situation here. Shows evidence of meeting with Prince Andrew and his ex-wife, Sarah Ferguson, that Epstein had very intimate, detailed knowledge of their finances, maybe more. In a scheduling entry for March 3rd, 2010, Epstein's assistant wrote, still need to try and schedule the Duchess for Tuesday or
over.
All right, so you guys heard that Peter Thiel was mentioned in that list. So maybe all of this is a distraction from what he's connected to, which is obviously those circles, those certain circles. Now, again, I'm noticing things about this Peter Thiel guy is he's like a Trump apologist. And, you know, Trump said that he's going to fill his cabinet with a bunch of loyalists. So this is him actually, not that I believe the election is real or nothing like this, but this is him pushing those right-wing talking points that, you know, the 2016 election was stolen and all this other weird stuff. So take a listen.
But I'm pretty sure Kamala will win because they will cheat, they will fortify it, they will steal the ballots. I think our elections are not perfectly clean. Otherwise, we could examine it. We could have vigorous debate about it. Well, you'd try to run elections the same way you do it in every other Western democracy. You have one-day voting. You have practically no absentee ballots. It's not this two-month elongated process. That's the way you do it in every other country. You'd have some somewhat stronger voter ID, and make sure that the people who are voting have a right to vote. That's basically what you do in every other Western democracy, and it used to be much more like that in the U.S. 20, 30 years ago.
Okay. So you could see that a lot of the people that are being given platforms, they're just Trump glazers. All they do is just glaze Trump. And what that tells me is that they're Trump loyalists. That means that they're not loyal enough to tell him the truth. They're just loyal enough to kiss his behind. And that's who he's putting in these cabinets. Here's the next video.
And the World Economic Forum and mind control. Who is J.D. Vance? Donald Trump's pick for vice president, who once called Donald Trump cultural heroin and wondered if he would be America's Hitler. Now is his running mate. Well, how did this happen? Peter Thiel. With Mr. Thiel's help, J.D. Vance made amends with Donald Trump. Peter Thiel backed a startup company called Palantir, a World Economic Forum partner and a secret purveyor of government spy technology, supplying near magical tools to law enforcement and military clients around the world. The controversial spy technology is called X-Keyscore, which collects nearly everything on the internet in an attempt to detect suspicious behavior patterns. This is basically the first stage in creating the thought.
Oh, and just so you know, she's not lying. She is not lying. This man is connected to World Economic Forum. Look, Peter Thiel, okay, the entrepreneur. Peter Thiel is a president of Clarion Capital Management, a global macro hedge fund with offices in San Francisco and New York. He oversees the firm's research, investment, and trading strategies. He's also a partner in the Founder Fund, a $50 million venture capital firm. And as I said, he is connected to the CEO of PayPal. That's him. He's connected to the world. Bro, come on, 666 right here. So none of these people are to be trusted. All you got to do is look up their name. Look, I guarantee you, every single political person that you see rise up, all you got to do is go look up their name and see if they're connected to the World Economic Forum. If they're connected to the World Economic Forum, they are not no friend of us. They are actually our enemies. They are working against the Most High, Yahuwah. But I just wanted to show y'all, man, it's verified. It's on the World Economic Forum website. He's one of them. So therefore, he's not to be trusted. But y'all know that already. All right, let's finish this up.
Police. Remember the thought police in the movie Minority Report? This all makes the name Palantir even more ironic, considering it's a reference to the magical seeing stones in The Lord of the Rings. Thiel is also a proponent of the Dark Enlightenment, This is a philosophical system that promotes a futuristic, fascist state. It's run by a company like a tech CEO, and laws are enforced by robots. So Peter Thiel brought J.D. Vance and Donald Trump together, and he donated $15 million to J.D. Vance. Don't worry, though. Politics aren't puppets that are being moved by hidden hands like Peter Thiel. I don't...
All right. So obviously, you know, like I said, I tell people this time and time again, it doesn't matter who you vote for. They're all globalists. They're all invested in these technologies, connected to these technologies, so on and so forth. Now, do you guys remember how I showed you this Khazar that's connected to this company? All right. This right here is the one of the co-founders of that company. And it's this Ashkenazi guy right here, this Amalekite. So I want to show you a few videos of some of the things that he had to say. Now, I you know, what's weird about this guy is his mother is black. You know what I'm saying? And I hear some people, you know, like talking about him in a positive way because his mother is black. So what, bro? I wouldn't be shocked if he's actually a result of his father violating that black woman. I'm just saying that's usually how it go. I mean, look at Bob Marley. That was an example of the colonizer violating, you know what I'm saying, a black woman. So I wouldn't be shocked if he's a result of that. I mean, looks like he's inbred. I'm just saying. Anyway, let me show y'all some videos from him real quick so you can understand some of his stances on things. Let me show y'all this. All right, this is the first one I'm gonna show you guys real quick. All right, yeah, let's watch this first video.
We will give it to you for free and you can test it. By the way, it's the other thing I would say. We're giving you the single most successful enterprise product in America, the most difficult place to win in.
Okay.
So,
well, just so we make it clear for our audience, your company charged the NHS just £1 in 2020 to develop its COVID data store, which holds personal information on patients around diagnosis, treatment, etc. You then gave the government for free an IT system.
By the way, what's the problem with that?
Well, let me get to the end of the question, if I may. You then gave the government for free an IT system to help with its Homes for Ukraine scheme. The government's procurement watchdog wrote to you about his concerns about how you gained a commercial foothold. He's concerned.
Just let me explain something that's more towards America.
Well,
we have a problem in America in government that a lot of the software doesn't work. And so they're basically attacking us for saying, I know our software works. Most of the software that these entities use, as everybody in the NHS knows, is not working. So I want to prove to whether it's the United Kingdom's government or it's my massive business in American commercial. If I show up to you as a smart person and say, my software's so good, I'm going to charge you $10 million. You're like, well, if it's so good, why can't I try it?
Now, what I find so funny is, like, I think about all the Trump supporters that were saying he's going to drain the swamp. He's going to drain the swamp while filling that swamp with more swamp creatures, basically, because that's what it is. I mean, all these people are a bunch of swamp creatures. So let me show you what he had to say. He said that, you know, this man right here is obviously Ashkenazi Edomite. And so he says we need to ban anti-Semitism. Take a listen.
Almost everyone in America is horrified by the dramatic rise of anti-Semitism, which does not receive the reaction it deserves. And most Americans would like to see leadership on the Middle East, on bringing hostages home, especially American hostages, and clear statements about discrimination, even discrimination against Jews. I feel, though, I think part of the reason why leaders need to stand up is this is a very, very, very small minority.
This dude right here looks so disconnected from the moment right now.
Of America. They succeed in having an outsized impact simply because the rest of America thinks they're so idiotic that this can't actually be dangerous or true. But it is dangerous, and they do believe these things. And if we do not speak up, they will continue to tell themselves this, and there will be a sense on their side that it's okay to push the boundaries and push the boundaries and push the boundaries. And so as heinous as what these people are saying is. And it exists in part because there are not enough people saying this is really dumb, this is hatred, and it will not be tolerated. Again, not eviscerating the First Amendment, but just using the First Amendment to say, hey, this is either stupid or hateful. It's very hard to know whether you're an idiot or you're a demigod or you're just purely a hateful person. But we disagree.
So obviously you don't support free speech, okay? The thing is, nobody can sit there and say I support free speech while talking about that's hate speech. Okay, that's goofy. And even if it is hate speech, because I mean hate speech does exist, I don't feel like people should be banned from platforms because my opinion is different than yours. Just like I don't agree with people calling us the N-word, but I'm just saying I believe you have the right to say whatever you want to say. But just know that if you say that to my face, I'm going to definitely put hands on you. So I believe in free speech. I do. I feel like white people, they want to say things about us and call us N-words. They got the right to say it, but just know what's going to happen to you if you say it to my face. So I should be able to say whatever I want if they could say things about us. But obviously, where you got to draw the line is not talking about them fake Jews. So let me show you this next thing. Now, this is another reason why I think this is a psyop. So this commercial was aired during the Army versus Navy game, showing drones being released from a ship. And Palantir released this commercial, which is why I'm telling you this is predictive programming. It's all scripted. It's all fake. So this is the commercial right here. Check it out. Well, looks like predictive programming to me. Looks like they told you what they was going to do a long time ago. They're definitely setting the stage for something. I think it's a multitude of different things. And, people are saying that these drones are coming around their house and they're experiencing, power outages and all these things. And they were also saying that these robots have the ability to disable electronics. So what I think personally from everything that we're looking at and what we're seeing is they are definitely testing the waters for these technologies that they can use, because EMP, they can blame it on any foreign entity. They could blame it on hackers. They could blame it on Russia. They could blame it on Iran. They could blame it on all their enemies, when in actuality, it's really just homegrown terrorism. It's really just an inside job. And I think what they're doing is conditioning the masses to believe it's something else. And it's not our own government doing this. 144 people watching, 74 likes. Please hit the like button. Mashpaka. Yes, please hit the like button if you are enjoying the stream. All right, now let me jump over here and show you guys this other thing here. All right, so we looked at Palantir. Now let me show you this this next thing. Just give me 1 second. Let me make sure I got everything pulled up. Okay. All right, so let me show you this next thing here, and we'll close it out because there's not really much more I got to say, but I just wanted to talk about that. All right, so this next video is from that same guy that I told you about, the Ish guy, and him kind of talking about these companies and, kind of what their intention is and what they're about here. So let me pull that up, show that to you guys real quickly here. Actually, I already showed that video. Okay, so let me show you this. Now, keep in mind, family, this Peter Thiel guy is also Jewish. So you've got the co-founder that's Ish, and then you've got the main guy that was the founder of PayPal that is Ish. So, there should be no surprise there. All right, so let me show you this next thing. So it says Jewish billionaire Peter Thiel donated more than $15 million to J.D. Vance's Senate campaign and personally escorted Vance to Mar-a-Lago to patch over his new former Never Trump stance. Peter Thiel owns Palantir, which uses artificial technology to target. Hold on. Sorry, I was just reading that and it just cut out on me. Go back. Hold on, I lost my place. Hold on, y'all. Every time I make it bigger. Okay, there we go. All right, let me bring it back on. Just had to show y'all that. Okay, it says Peter Thiel owns Palantir, which uses artificial technology to target over 45,000 Palestinians, with the majority being innocent women and children. Palantir landed multiple billion-dollar contracts with Israel, including Project Nimbus, Lavender. J.D. Vance, on his first day on Donald Trump's running mate, stated America needs to go to war against Iran. War with Iran would equate to billions in profits for Peter Thiel and Palantir because he's going to use the same technology. And this technology is very, very discriminatory. They were literally targeting, he was literally using this technology to target Palestinians. So when you think about facial recognition technology and how certain groups of people, like, I don't know, the Negroes can be targeted. This is the persecution of Yasharal that I've been talking about with the right wing. I told y'all it's coming. And now you're starting to see these technologies being used, showing up in random areas. They didn't want to talk about aliens before, but now all of a sudden, they're acknowledging that there's more than what we think. Even though aliens are real, they're just fallen Malachim. They're already getting you familiar with this technology, with the surveillance technology, the surveillance state, and eventually these drones will be weaponized against regular people. Matter of fact, I saw a video of somebody shooting at it. Let me see if I can find that video real quick. Because, I mean, and the government is gaslighting you to make you believe they have no idea what these things are. They're really gaslighting you to believe that. That is funny. That is funny for real. That is funny. Some of these drones are also spraying chemicals and all kind of things. So this resident right here in New Jersey was shooting at this drone, and it basically didn't do him any good, but thing a handgun is gonna do. I mean, you need an AK. This is funny. See, it's a single shot right there. Yeah, that ain't gonna do you no good, man. I'm just saying. You pull out an AR, you know what I'm saying, or an AK, you're gonna definitely get that bang for that blast. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, you want to topple that thing, you need to pull out the AK or the AR. You feel what I'm saying? And that's how you really get some stuff done. Pulling out a dang handgun, you know what I'm saying, a Smith & Wesson ain't gonna take down no day. Let's just say you actually had an intention to really shoot that thing down. You're not gonna do that with a pistol, okay? I'm just saying. I ain't trying to promote anything or anything like that, but you might need that handgun, you know what I'm saying, when people try to break into your house when there's no more food on the shelves and no more toilet paper. So, just make sure you don't waste your time doing goofy stuff like that, okay? Because that's just dumb. And anyway, you're not going to even succeed with that little handgun you got. I'm just saying. All right, so let me show you this next video here. I don't know exactly what we're going to get with this video, but I'm going to just show it to you anyway. Let's look there.
Shoot that boy down, bro. Shoot that boy down.
Ooh.
Shoot that boy down.
That thing. I was not expecting that. That was actually pretty cool. I gotta see that again. Hold on, let's go back.
Shoot that boy down, bro. Shoot that boy down. Shoot that boy down.
I do wish that we could have saw that thing fall. You know what I'm saying? That would have been really, really fire. But yeah. So people are shooting at these things and people are firing things at them. I think it can be kind of dangerous though, because some of these are like some of these are big, like the size of a car. All right. Now this right here is a turret. Okay. You want to knock these things down. This is what you need. Rapid fire. You feel what I'm saying? Something like this. Yeah. This thing right here will rip you apart. Literally. It will literally rip you apart. Yeah. All right, let's see. So yeah, that's basically it, y'all. I believe that there is going to be an official narrative that's pushed. I think right now they're not giving answers to people because they want to see how people react. When people are unsure and people are unaware of or uncertain about something, they're much more easy to be steered. They're much more easier to control them because once people are confused, then you push an official narrative. Okay? And you notice they have not given you quite a narrative yet. They're not telling you it's this. They're not telling you it's that. They're not giving you anything definitive. They're just acting like they don't know. That's part of the game that they're playing with you. Okay? But when they have a narrative that they want the masses to believe, then they will push that narrative. And like I said, I'm not saying that they're not priming us for a fake alien invasion. I'm not saying that at all. Matter of fact, real quick, before I go, I'm going to just show you why Project Bluebeam is more advanced than you think it is. I just showed you the video of the Uzi Vert thing with the spaceship. Let me show you this other video I posted on Facebook a while ago showing you just how real Project Bluebeam is. It is extremely real. And it'll be extremely convincing. It's not going to be something that you're going to be able to look up and be like, man, that's fake. No, the majority of the world will believe whatever they see to be in the sky as real. So let me show you this video here. Pull it up for you. Give me 1 second. Yakoba speculates that the red orbs are chariots of fire and the blue are from the abyss. So I don't believe any of these things are sent by Yahuwah. Let me just say it like that. That'd be the best way to say it. I believe all this is man-made conditioning for something. Particularly Project Bluebeam and stuff like that. I don't believe none of this is from the Most High at all. Because I feel like when it comes to Yahuwah, like for example, I always go back to this, but the eclipse that took place earlier this pagan year of 2024, and then the Aleph and the Thou, that only came from Yahuwah. That would not come from heathens. You know what I'm saying? Some people believe the Aurora Borealis. They believe that was from Yahuwah, and it wasn't. It literally had them putting out an ad that they were gonna test that technology out. So everything that the Most High sends, only His signature is on it. It's not gonna be anybody else. All right, so let me show y'all this first video here of them testing out the white Jesus imagery of Project Bluebeam. So you can understand, yes, they will use a white. They will definitely use a white Jesus because the world accepts white Jesus. And that's why they've been programming us with this fake image of this Edomite Christ, or who they call Christ. So let me show you this. So you can see for yourself, yes, white Jesus is part of the lie. Take a look. Let me rewind this. You see? That's a white man. That is the white Jesus. They're testing this now. All right. And I don't know when this was. I think this was from this year. But guaranteed, when they do this, it'll be way more convincing than that. And look how convinced people are. They're screaming, "It's Jesus, it's Jesus." Oh my God! Now, the Most High, I'm not a prophet or nothing like that, but sometimes I get prophetic visions. And the Most High, I remember one of the prophetic visions he gave me was this Project Bluebeam thing. And I've said it before, but I asked the Most High to show me, like, you know, is there a place in Scripture that I could find out more about this Project Bluebeam thing? And all praises to the Most High. He gave me Scripture so I could back it up. So I was reading the book of Baruch, and I'm going to show you Baruch in a minute. I just want to show you one more video of this Project Bluebeam thing so you can see how real it is. And it's like you could even find videos of, like, in China and stuff like that, where they have like billboards coming to life and things of that nature. So I'm going to show you this other Project Bluebeam deception just so you can see how real it looks. So let me get that for you. And then I'm going to show you this other thing. People wonder why does a flat earth thing matter and all this other stuff. And I'm all like, because they want you to believe in space so they can push an alien narrative that's not real. You know, space is not real. You're not going to fall for it, you know, but everybody seems to act as if they've actually been to space or seen space. That's hilarious. Okay, so this is another video I'm going to show you of this Project Bluebeam and how convincing it really is. So let me pull this up, and I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show you this. All right, this is another example of Project Bluebeam and how real it looks. Take a look at this. Crazy, huh? Crazy, huh? Yeah. That's what they're conditioning you for. They're getting you ready for it. They're planting these seeds. And I'm sure in 2025, I personally believe that 2025 is going to be where you see a lot of these things. 2030 is right down the road. And they're going to have 5 years until 2030. I'm going to tell you definitely next year, or the pagan year of 2025, you will see a lot of these things. You will see a lot of these New World Order policies. You will see a lot less freedom. You will see a lot of, hardship in these coming months to years leading up to 2030. That's a fact. I'm going to be like them in that movie, Nope. And that's another thing, sis. Like, who in here saw Jordan Peele's movie, Nope? Who saw that? Give me a one if you saw that movie. I feel like that movie was also kind of putting into our minds about the whole alien thing and stuff like that. This isn't what I see. They can't even imagine the magnitude of our Father's esteem. They will be shook. Right. I mean, that's small compared to what Yahusha will do. But because they're waiting on a certain false Messiah, then that's going to be enough to convince them. Turbo Beats has seen it. Debar Yahoo has seen it. Kiara hasn't seen it. Dark Kid has seen it. Abi Yahoo. So a good handful of y'all have seen it. Jeannie hasn't seen it. Shalom, Jeannie. Okay. All right. So that movie does kind of like touch on like aliens but the thing is, like, throughout the movie, you thought, okay, I don't want to, okay, this is going to be a spoiler. All right. So if you haven't seen the movie, I'm just letting you know that I'm going to spoil it for you right now. Okay. So when you watch the trailer, it looks like it's an alien movie, right? But you end up finding out that the dang spaceship is the alien. It's a sky beast. Lorraine, y'all said it was boring to me, but I didn't get a chance to see the whole thing. I'm gonna be honest, it was kind of boring. It was very slow, a lot of drawn out scenes in between and stuff. I still feel like his best movie was Get Out. I even think that Us was better than that Nope movie. I felt like there's so much more he could have did with it. I felt like the editing and the pacing was off and stuff like that. But yeah, I just feel like that movie was also the conditioning for the alien thing. And I think he has another movie coming out that has to do with goats. So, I mean, I definitely think, you know, there's some conditioning for that. I saw a huge JC in the sky in a vastly populated spot where I saw it, took a picture. It's now lost in my camera phone. That would have been something to share. I think aliens are really fallen angels. Let me show y'all this. So Aleister Crowley, who is a occultic person that was heavily involved with the occult, which is this heathen right here. Let me show you him. This is Aleister Crowley. This is where you get the concept of do what thou wilt. You know, Jay-Z wore it on the shirt, and it's basically lawlessness. It's what Christianity promotes. It's Luciferianism, right? You know, Yahuwah has laws, standards, and everything, and you know, the way of the heathen is to not live under Yahuwah's laws, right? So he ended up doing a ritual, and he drew an image of this demon that he saw because he said a demon physically manifested to him. He ended up drawing an image of the demon, and this is what the demon looked like. Let me show you. This is what he drew. Now, keep in mind, it wasn't no being that came from no dang spaceship from the dang outer space. This being showed up to him when he was in ancient Egypt in Africa doing a ritual. Okay? This is what he saw. That's what you think of as an alien. It looks just like it. But guess what? It's a devil. It's a shadim. It's a demon. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't believe in aliens at all. I believe they're demons. They're just demons in disguise. They're fallen Malachim in disguise. That's all they are. Proverbs 21, 30 through 31. There is no wisdom nor understanding nor counsel against the LORD. The horse is prepared against the day of battle, but safety is of the LORD. Yeah. All right, y'all. So that's it. That's all I got to say, bro. I just think it's a psyop. I think it is conditioning for a greater agenda when it comes to the Project Bluebeam deception, as well as surveillance. And I believe right now, at this very moment, these you know, drones people are seeing are collecting information. I believe that they are also conditioning us for a surveillance state where it becomes the norm for this kind of stuff to happen. But I also believe that there is a great disclosure that is coming as well, about so-called aliens. Let me show y'all one more thing before I go, just to show you this is part of their agenda. So if you feel like UFOs coming to beam us up and they're sent by the Most High, let me just show you what these heathen presidents are saying. Just so you can understand this is all part of their agenda. It has nothing to do with Yahuwah. So if you're looking for spaceships to come beam you up that are sent by the Most High, I think you need to reevaluate what you believe about Yahuwah. And several presidents have made this speech, but the one I'm going to show you is from President Ronald Reagan. And I might have to do a teaching Project Bluebeam. I kind of did one already, but YouTube did not like what I was showing y'all, so they came for that video. All right, I'm going to show you guys this video right here. Check it out. Let me switch over to YouTube. Oh, it's not playing. Give me a second. Full screen it. All right, here we go, y'all.
Merced, California.
Okay, I don't know what all this is. I was waiting for the historic speech that he made. It's like a History Channel or something. Okay, this isn't what I'm looking for. Here we go.
I couldn't help at one point in my discussions privately with General Secretary Gorbachev, when you stop to think that we're all God's children, wherever we may live in the world, I couldn't help but say to him, just think how easy his task and mine might be in these meetings that we held if suddenly there was a threat to this world from some other species, from another planet outside in the universe. We'd forget all the little local differences that we have between our countries, and we would find out once and for all that we really are all human beings here on this earth together. Well, I don't suppose we can wait for some alien race to come down and threaten us, but I think that between us, we can bring about that realization. In our obsession with antagonisms of the moment, we often forget how much unites all the members of humanity. Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bound. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world. And yet I ask you, is not an alien force already among us? What could be more alien to the...
Okay, so you guys can see that's part of their agenda. That's part of their agenda, is this alien thing, this alien invasion, which is why I say if you're looking for Yahuwah to deliver us to an alien invasion, then you are on the wrong side of history. And you are on the wrong side, period. So Yummy asked me what verse in Baruch about the whole Project Blue Beam that the Most High gave me to prove it's in the scriptures. I'm going to show you right now. So like I said, I asked the Most High to, he showed me the dream of the Project Blue Beam thing. And it was like, it was like a multitude of different things. Like, it was like a fake rapture, which he showed me, and also like signs in the sky and stuff like that. So let me go to the book of Baruch real quick. See if I can get to it here. Book of, actually, Second Baruch. Second Baruch, chapter 48. All praises. Okay, here we go. All right, so let me show you all this scripture that the Most High showed me to confirm what he showed me in the dream. So we're going to go over here to Second Baruch, or Baruch Shani, and we're going to read 48, verse, I have it written down here, 48:34. So let's go down. Let me make this bigger, actually. Okay, there we go. 48:34. And there will be many tidings and not a few rumors. There will be many tidings and not a few rumors, and the works of the phantoms or phantasmata will be visible, and not a few promises will be told, some idle and others affirm. Now, when I looked at this, when I was reading the Sefer, they have it as phantasmata. So let's look up the word phantasmata. Phantasmata. Let's look at that definition. And what does it say? An apparition, a ghost, or a phantom. This is what the Most High confirmed to me. This is what I saw in the vision. I saw a fake white Jesus. I saw a bunch of Christians crying because they thought they got left behind. And shortly afterwards, I saw some alien thing going on. Okay? That's the phantasmata. This is Project Blue Beam. This is how the Most High confirmed it to me. It is going to happen. All right? And this is what they're preparing you for. And like I said, I'm not a prophet, bro. It's just sometimes the Most High shows me things ahead of time. And I always ask the Most High to provide it, give me the word to back it up. Yummy says, see, I only have the first Baruch. Yeah, you got to get the second one for real. That whole book, like, man. Everything that's in there, everything that's mentioned in the first Baruch and second Baruch is for us for sure. So it's definitely something worth reading. But if you don't have the physical one, I mean, you could just read it online. They got a lot of apps that have Baruch. Even the Sefer app has it. But if you have the Sefer Bible, you have Baruch already. So I don't think they have it in the one that I know many of us got. But yeah, you definitely need to get that book for sure. That's why I have so many Bibles, because you know some Bibles have books and some don't. But yeah, I highly encourage everybody to read Baruch. But that's what the Most High showed me, so I know they're going to definitely fake it. And that's why they're testing out the technology now. So it's just confirmation of what the Most High reveals. So all praises to the Most High. Don't have the Sefer at all? Yeah. Well, I mean, if you don't get the physical one, I would at least suggest getting the app so you can have all the books. Revelations 18, verse 2, and he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils and the hold of every foul spirit. Yep. All right, y'all. So that's it. That's all I wanted to show you, just to come on here and talk about it real quick. It is definitely a psyop, so that's just something to keep in touch. Keep in your mind and understand it's really a psyop, and they are prepping you for something greater. And the deception will be a lot greater than I think a lot of people are ready for. So just make sure you don't fall for it. All right? Shalom.
Hey, Yexter.
Yo, I rest on the 7th day, as surely as a Sunday. One path to Yahuwah and Yahusha is the one way. Narrow path, step and stay on track like a subway. Yahusha crack the sky with the Malakim someday. Dietary laws, ain't no eating swine flesh. Yahusha garment staining blood like the wine press. The heathens crying out, strong delusion, they the blindest. These heathens can't keep Jesus, not appease in the slightest. Feast days, moral laws, keeping the Shabbats. Don't follow the ways of Edom, by Yahusha's blood I'm bought. Jesus is a big Virgin Mary, don't need her. Yes, I spin the block on the devil with the heater. Covenant keeper, the Ruach is my teacher. Yahuwah the creator, worship him and not the creature. Christianity can't be any same old difference. You call on pagan names and you call yourself bishops. Heathens in these camps, Jacob giving up his birthright. Held up with these nations, white bodied like a termite. Reject the Messiah, yeah, your doctrine is Jewish. Scum of the earth, cause that doctrine is sewage. Yahusha in the Torah, you can't see it, you foolish. Committed to Yahuwah, it's a fact that I do this. You are my enemy if you an enemy of Torah. Destruction for the wicked, just like Sodom and Gomorrah. Yeah. Ain't no new ways, doctrine, no chakras, no auras. The Apocrypha, I read it, I explore it like Dora. I'm a strong black man with biblical values. Fulfill doesn't mean abolish, yeah, I'm quoting out Matthew. I'm not a patriot, I am fearing the lure. 24 and forever, my king is Yahusha. I don't care about America, she surely gon' fall. And the ops gon' hate you when the Kadashi you called. Yahusha 24, always and forever. To Yahuwah I surrender, my life has been better. Put no trust in no man, nor you are a curse. All esteem to Yahuwah, ayy, I put him first. Yeah, whoa, ayy. Yahusha 24, ayy. It's Yahusha 24, ayy. Yahusha 24, Yahusha 24, Yahusha 24. All esteem to Yahuwah in the highest. Baruch haba Basham Yahuwah. Baruch atah King Yahusha.